Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. First I want to thank everybody who has subscribed. It has been awesome. Can't believe my channel has grown so fast. I'm over 600 subscribers, and when I get to 1,000, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something nice. But before then, I also like to watch a lot of YouTubers. And I've noticed that a lot of the mixed media people use distress inks, the Tim Holtz distress inks, to distress paper, antique things. And although there's nothing wrong with that, I don't have those, and I'm not gonna pay full price for them. So until they go clearance out or whatever, or I find them in a garage sale, I'm not buying them. I only buy as cheap as I can because I have no money, so therefore. So this video is an alternative to using inks to distress. Now I did buy this because it was super cheap. It was regular $5.99 and I got it on clearance for $1.50. And it's 3 little tiny distressed ink pods here. And these are by color box. Oops. And we got, let's see, we got chestnut, black, and brown. So I'm going to try these out, but I also have, I'm going to show you how to use other things, other alternatives. So I was playing around this week with different techniques, and some papers work different than others. You know, this is from a Sudoku book that I got at the Dollar Tree. Really cheap book, cheap paper. This absorbed it like crazy, and it almost looks like wax. So that's a look. You know, that's a look. I might need wax soaked paper, you know, for something, and this is the kind to do. This is a book page from a book that I tore up, and this one I scrunched up and crinkled, and I've been using, I bought this Beacon Fast Finishing Decoupage, bonds and seals, paper fabrics for wood, glass, metal, and ceramics. Okay, I've always used Mod Podge, but this was $2.75. I couldn't pass it up. It was regular $10.99, and a chance to try out something different that I'm not used to. This glue, at first I don't like it. It's really watery, and you put it on the paper and it just like soaks it like water, and it's just weird. But I started playing around with it, and I used it as a medium actually with this, a medium with paint. I think this is acrylic ink I put on here. And look at that. That came out good, and it gives this really like crunchy feel, but it's not leathery feeling or sticky like the Mod Podge is. So here's another one I did like that, and I really like the results. This is some music sheet that I got from my nephew. He was in the high school band, and these were just some copies that he had, and they weren't very good copies either, because a lot of them were kind of like faded off, like the ink was running out or something. So I asked him if I could have these, and he said yeah. You know, they're just he just needed them for that one day, for that one marching event that he had to do. So I took this paper and I did that to it too. I did this with inks, and I added some other colors, and it really looks good. Okay, and this is regular copy paper. I did this as an example. Well, I found another YouTuber, and I copied what she did. But what she glued a bunch of little pieces of book paper, torn up book papers, to a plain sheet of paper. And she used a glue stick. I'm done with glue sticks. I just, what's the point when you work so hard on a page, glue everything down, and then a few weeks later it just peels right off. So I have tried so many different glue sticks, you know, unless I want something down just temporarily. That's why I'm looking to other glues that work. But that's for another video I'm gonna do about glues. Okay, so anyway, she did this, and I had to do it because it was so simple what she did, and I wanted to try it out. And she stained these with kids' Crayola markers, and I happen to have those, so I did that, and it's really cute. I mean, look at the colors, and it's just looks like a little watercolor stain. All right, and this is a canvas that I'm working on. I just Mod Podged several pieces of torn paper down, and I want to start working on the background for this. And I'm going to finish this one in another video, the one, hopefully the one about the glue, but this time I want to work on distressing this. I want it to look old and grunchy and like it's been rolling around in the streets for 100 years. So first things first, I'm going to put these samples away, and I'm going to show you how I did this. Alrighty? Great. Oh, and I have different papers here too. You need something that's going to protect your table. This is a plastic, clear plastic cutting board that I get from the Dollar Tree. You get 2 for $1, and they're great for crafting. So let me put that up. What I did was on book pages, like this. And with this, I used acrylic inks. Now these are the inks that I got from Hobby Lobby for really cheap. Pretty much with the sepia tone. This is sepia tone. This is sepia tone and burnt umber. Sepia is pretty much the equivalent of raw umber. Okay, so and burnt umber is lighter. It's just a lighter version. And then I have, this one's called Red Earth, and I'm pretty sure this is burnt sienna. And this one's black. So, okay, let's see what. Let me grab. I used an old brush, but this brush actually, when I bought it, it looked like this. It's about 100 years old, but I don't know if they still sell it. It's made by Plaid for the Donna Dewberry brush line. I don't even know if the Donna Dewberry brush line still exists, but it's called a scrubby brush. Or you know, it's just like fat and just squished out. So get your oldest, rattiest looking brush. Have some stiff bristles though, nothing too soft, because you want to scrub. Actually scrub with this one. And what I did was I took this glue. Now, I haven't tried it with Mod Podge, but it would probably work with Mod Podge too, and just be a slightly bit different. But you see how watery this is. So what I'm doing is just throwing it on there, okay? And I'm gonna put some sepia. And this is sepia. Put a little bit here, a little bit there. And like I said, sepia is pretty much the equivalence of raw umber. And this is what I did. And I just smushed it around. What the glue does is helps it distribute throughout almost evenly. Of course, if you want to cause stains, that's a different, you know, you want stains. You want to work on a non-stick surface, something that's waterproof so it doesn't seep down to everything. And what I do is I like the center to be a little bit lighter. So I just kind of dab. What is this? One of my hairs. Oh boy. And that's pretty good and distressed. So there's one method. And I'm going to pick this up and put it up to dry. And this is with that glue. Oh, put it up to dry. Now, you could do that with tea or coffee. I've seen several videos where they make big pots of teas and soak the paper, and what else they do? They put it in the oven to dry, and they come out beautiful. But I wanted something a little bit less, you know, work. A little bit less work and work that I can just do right here on top of my desk. Okay, this comes from a book of word search. Cheap little book. My mom likes these. I tore off the one that says notes. Let's see if I can distress this. But first, I'm going to wet this one with water and see what happens. Okay, just nice and wet. Make sure the back is also wet. This is one way to keep your papers from curling up when you're painting on them. Let's just get it wet evenly, and it's nice and lays flat. You might want to soap up a little bit of that, but not that much. All right, so I'm going to go back with some ink. This time I'm going to use the burnt umber. See how it kind of like absorbs right there into the paper. Oh, that's pretty. And I'm gonna stipple it. Stipple, 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 stipple. That is a pretty color. Now I have another paper from the Sudoku thing, so let me see what happens. This is just experimenting. I'll put it like right on top of that and stain it with that. Now I didn't wet this one, so interesting. Okay, that looked like it fell down the sewer. I'm gonna let that dry and just let it be like that. And this, I'm gonna sop up the excess water. And while it's still wet, I'm gonna try some black. I'm not gonna clean my brush because I want it to blend a little bit with this. Now the black paint, I'm not gonna throw it up in there. I'm just gonna put it on the side. And this is the black, right? Yeah. And just get a little bit of that in there and just go around the edges with it. Now see, because the paper is wet, it's actually seeping into the paper. I don't want brush strokes on this. I want it to, like, it naturally happened that way, I swear. Work it in. There's just a little bit too much black right there. Oh, it's absorbed into the paper, and just kind of like work on the edge. I love these little mats, and they're so easy to clean too. And if they get too worn out and messed up, throw it away and go buy a new one. They're only, what, 50 cents? I need to do a video just on these mats and other things you could do with it besides cut your veggies. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Let me see if I spray a little bit of water on here. It helps blend even more. right, there's another one. Now this one, no glue. So it's gonna be softer, and when it dries, it's gonna be absorbent. And I really like it. I'm gonna put that one up to dry. Okay, and look at all that mess. This is, if you remember your first grade class, learning to write, I found this also at the Dollar Tree, okay? Manuscript tablet paper. Perfect size for a junk journal. Look at that. Let's see what it'll do if I squish it in here. And just what's left of here. And I'm gonna spray it with water. I hope this is on camera. It's a little bit low. Just trying to push things back a little bit. Sorry if I go off camera. I can't see what I'm filming unless I stand up and look over my phone. Okay, it's picked up the extra ink that was laying on this plastic mat. So it's starting to look grungy there. And I'm gonna wet this up even more. Just making sure it's nice and evenly wet. This time, while it's wet, I'm going to add this glue. And I'm going to put, instead of using ink, I'm going to open one of my Precious, my golden colors, raw umber. Okay, remember I told you sepia is pretty much the same as raw umber. And let me open this. Oh no. My cover is starting to crack here. I hope it doesn't cause a problem. Ah, I hate the top of these things. Alright, well there's a little bit of raw umber in there. So I'm gonna have to take it out. Okay, that's just enough. Let me see right here. Raw umber. I'll have to figure out some way to close this. If any of you guys know where I could, like, I don't know, find a better way to close those caps from Golden. They're terrible. All right, I'm going to clean this brush. And what I'm going to do is, this is glaze. Okay, and this is made by Ceramcoat. You can buy the expensive kind. I'm just using this for that. And what glaze does, it helps spread paint around. Dilutes it, but not really. It just makes it smooth out longer. I have this watercolor brush, and I'm gonna wet this first. Oh, where am I gonna wet it? Oh yeah, with water. Gonna wet this and pick up some of this and put it in here. Pick up some more. So this paper is soaking wet. And it has acrylic inks. And now I'm putting acrylic paint on it, which is fine. I mean, it's actually the same type of product. I'm just putting a binder on here. so my paint doesn't like fade away or whatever. I don't know. Just it makes it go smoother. All right. Now I'm not too crazy about the brush strokes. So I'm going to spray it with some more water, and this will get the brush strokes out. More water, and back with my paper towel, I'm going to sop it up in spots, and this will give me some spots where it's not all even. Now see, if you don't have acrylic inks like I do, use artist paints. Now if you don't have artist paints, then you have to figure out what is raw umber. And raw umber really is a very dark brown, almost black. So let me see. Let me take this out. And I'm gonna go lay it up so it'll dry. Now, I'll tell you guys before, I don't edit my videos. So if I'm going too slow for you, just speed it up. Speed it up. Even my paper towel is looking cool. I wonder if this dries, how it will look. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, I want to dry it up really good because I want to show you guys something. Say you don't have the acrylic inks or nice acrylic paints. All you have is some apple barrel stuff, okay? They have burnt umber, which is really a brown, and it's not very dark brown. So let me take this. This is a regular copy paper. It's copy paper that you put in your computer. So here's some brown. And here's some black. You pick up some brown. See, this is just brown. A little touch of black. Just a little touch. And mix it in with that brown that you have. And you got raw umber. Okay. I'm gonna clean my brush here to the side. So this is, yeah, that's just regular brown. Add a little bit of black to it. And you got raw umber. All right, so what I'm going to do here is do the same method that I did before. I'm going to get this all wet, nice and wet. On both sides, just regular paper. Oop. And I'm going to take this brown paint, cheap brown paint, and I'm just going to go over the whole paper like this. You know, sometimes you just need a little piece of paper. You don't need a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm going to take a little bit of black and just rub it on there. And I'm going to get a, where's my paper towel that I was using? Paper towel, where did you go? Huh. Well, I'll lose everything. Oh, here it is. Here's my paper towel. I sort of like the paper towel is coming out cool. All right, sup up. See, that brown has, I don't know if you could tell on camera, but it does have a slightly reddish color, not so much in the black. So I'm gonna take some of this black and just tone it down. Now it's black, but it's a sooty black. And kind of like, very interesting. Let me try this side. I'll do it with the glue here. The glue, and this needs to go back. All right, back to this brown, and this is with the glue. And a little bit of black. And I just want the black to be kind of like on the edge. All right, not that crazy about that. I'm gonna try it out without wetting it. I'm gonna put that to dry and see what happens. Okay. My paper towel is getting very grungy. Kind of liking it. Okay, I'm gonna drape this over something. Who knows, I might end up using this for something. All right, let that sucker dry and I'll get me a clean towel. And mop this up. Spray some water and mop it up. Okay, I got a pretty lacy doily here, and I got that with the discounted Valentine stuff. My favorite day, the day after Valentine's. You can buy all the cheap candy you want and goodies. Right, another item I have that everyone should be able to afford or get is coffee. Now, you don't need to brew a pot of dark coffee. All you need is a couple of teaspoons of instant coffee and some boiling water. This is not very much. I don't know if you can see the side of it, but it's about, I'm gonna say about 1.5 ounces to 2 heaping teaspoons of boiled, of instant coffee. So I'm going to soak this whole doily in this. Look how pretty that color is, huh? My little doily. My little antique doily. Ooh. Just nice. Wet. It's very wet. Wet, 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 wet. See? Now, if you were to do tea, to make a tea this dark and this powerful a tint, you'd have to waste a lot of tea. I mean, that's going to be a lot of tea bags. You're going to have to sit there, boil water, soak the tea bags. Yeah, and make a big old mess. When all you have to do really is paint coffee on it. And here I'm dabbing this off. Now, if I want it really dark, I would put it in a little container and let it soak. But I like that. So I'm going to put my little heart doily up to dry. Now, I wore my watch for this video so I could see how long I'm going. And I forgot to see what time it was when I started. Alright, so that's where we at. My Distress inks that I got for cheap. The problem with these, I don't think they dry permanent. I could be wrong. The pigment inks, from my experience, pigment inks get, say if you stain something and then say you want to collage that, put Mod Podge on top of something else, it's going to run. So I'm not sure, but I'm going to try. Since these were cheap enough, I think they were worth it. And of course, everybody's seen the videos where, you know, you just kind of like, just dab a little bit on the side, and like so. And this one is a chestnut, I believe. And see, already, I don't really like that brown that much. It's kind of a reddish, purplish looking brown. But still, I mean, it'll work. It'll work. And then if I want it to, like, I just don't feel like it's not easily controlled. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, I'm going to give this one a chance to dry and work on its solubility there. And that is the chestnut. And let's say this is just the brown. And it looks brown. It's very brown. I'm going to use these, but I don't know about the antiquing. I really like the sepia color, the raw umber. Yeah, I really like that color the most. And then I have the black. Wait, the black's right here. Black. The real coffee is cool too. But I did a couple of paintings with the real coffee, as it was more of a challenge kind of thing. And they turned out beautifully. And you can still smell the coffee on it once it dried. Now that's cool. See, that's cool. But the inside's too bright. It just doesn't look right. Let's see. Let me see if I can smear that ink. This is going to be the test to see if it runs or not. Yeah, see, it's water soluble, all right. Now I haven't given it time to really dry. You know, maybe once I put some Mod Podge on top of it, I don't know. But that's the problem. That's the issue I have with Distress inks. You know, like I want to collage this down on something. Paint Mod top on top. Is it gonna smear? Yeah. No, that. And what else I had for you guys to show you? My mom's giving me signals. She wants to talk to me. Oh, almost forgot. Here. Kids markers. Yeah, kids markers. These are really fun to play with, especially when you're on a low budget. Okay, here is this is some paper. This comes on a roll, a big roll, and there was a clearance item too. These markers are water soluble, okay? And by that is you color it, you wet it. Let me see. You wet it, and it spreads. Of course, that one's stained. But if the paper had been coated, it would spread beautifully. Because, watch this. This is on plastic. I'm just going to make some little circles here. This is a medium brown. This is a dark brown, almost sepia tone. It's not much in here, I don't think. It's not coming out as much. Yeah, this is more like a sepia tone. And this is a lighter brown. I've had these colors forever, so squirt them with a little bit of water. They're turned to watercolor. And you can smush them. And it stains. And that would be a good techniquing thing to do too. Okay. So I hope you like this video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm really excited about my channel growing, and I have you guys to thank. Mostly thank Shannon Green. She gave me a big boost. And several other YouTubers that, you know, we're all a little family together. Got to support each other. So thank you for watching. And I'm going to be working, my next video, I'm going to be showing you a little canvas that I'm working on using these techniques. Okay? So, see you later. Bye-bye.